All right, hey guys. So I have my cookie kit here, just like you guys do. And so I was gonna show you guys how to decorate them if you wanted to follow along on the picture that I have posted. So I'm gonna open up my cookie box, and inside you guys will find the directions on how to store your cookie kit, how to get it ready for when you're ready to decorate, and then how to decorate. You guys also have a practice sheet. So if you guys wanted to practice a little bit with your icing before you get to it, again, these are for all my ones who are serious about their decorating. So we have that. All right, here we go. Should have 4. All right, my sprinkles and my cookies. All right. We have our bunny, our egg, and our little chick. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with, let's see, we'll start off with my bunny. So to open your bags, all you're gonna do is, you'll see 2 seams on each side of the bag. You're going to flatten them together and just make a little snip. Okay, and also when I'm done with this live, I'll post it to my highlights. So if you guys need to go back and re-watch any of the steps, you can do that. One sec, I just gotta fix my camera. Okay, all right. So the type of icing we're using today, it's we call it a 1 consistency icing. So usually, like during classes, we'll use a 2 consistency. We'll use 2 consistencies. So 1 to outline, it's thicker, and then 1 to flood. It's easier for beginners, but for kits, it's just easier to do 1 consistency. So we're going to use this to outline and to flood. So with this, I would just recommend to go a little bit slower, as it is a little bit harder to control. So I'm going to go around my bunny first. Oh, and you know what? I totally forgot to knead my bags. So before you get started, make sure you knead your bags really well, because sometimes the icing will start to separate. That's totally normal. Do that. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and fill it in. Okay, so you can see that it's kind of bumpy. So what we're gonna do, inside your box, you'll also have some toothpicks. And I'm just gonna spread my icing around, get it to mix in a little bit better. Okay. And then I'm just gonna shake my cookie until it starts to even out and it's nice and smooth. Okay. Then I'm gonna take one of your sprinkle packs. You guys will have some little black beads in there. We're gonna put those in for the eyes. Then I'm just gonna put his little eyes in right there. Okay. Next part I'm gonna do is I'm gonna outline his ears. And I'm gonna outline his body. Okay, so for the bunny, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to flood one of his ears, but I'm gonna leave the other one unflooded until this side crusts over. And what that'll do is it'll help us give his ears more dimension instead of them flooding them at the same time and then possibly having them kind of blend together. Okay. And again, I'm just gonna shake it out. So anytime you see any little bumps, we're just gonna shake it out. Okay, oops. Okay. I'm also going to do one little dot over here to get his tail started, and then I'm gonna leave it like that, okay? Next, I'm gonna switch up to my chick. I'm gonna move my bunny over. Okay. And the first thing I'm gonna do is the eggshell. For the eggshell, I'm gonna do a wet on wet technique. So we're gonna start with our pink, and then we're gonna put some white dots on it. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and flood that in. All right, so that's all filled in. And again, I keep making the mistake of not needing my bags. So my icing might look a little streaky. But yes, definitely make sure you need your bags. Okay, so again, I'm just gonna swirl it in a little bit, pop any air bubbles. If you guys see dark spots, little like dark speck or little dark circle in your icing, and there's nothing in your icing, it's actually an air bubble, and so you're just gonna wanna pop that. And it will go away. All right, so then I want little polka dots, so I'm gonna take my white and I'm just gonna drop it in. And you can use any color, guys, so you don't have to stick with the color scheme that I used or the patterns that I used. You can come up with your own. You can make your bunnies pink, whatever you want. Okay, so there's my polka dot. All right, so now, like same thing, I'm gonna let this dry a little bit. I'm gonna let it crust over before I go on to my next section. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that over there, and I'm gonna bring in my egg. I'm just gonna make sure that you guys can see it. It's in the center. Okay, all right. So for the egg, we're also gonna do another wet on wet technique, but we're gonna do a different design. So again, with the egg, I think in the sample I did it white, but like I said, you guys can do any colors that you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my white again. I'm gonna outline. And keep that toothpick handy because we're gonna need that for our wet on wet design. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill that in. Oops, okay. All right, same thing. Take my toothpick, gonna even it out, fill in any gaps. So you can take your toothpick and pull from the middle to fill in any open spaces. And again, I'm gonna pop any air bubbles that I see. And then I'm gonna shake it. Another way you can even it out is you can take your toothpick, you can stab your cookie, make sure it grabs onto it, and then same thing. You're just gonna shake, 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 shake until it evens out. Fill in that little hole. Okay, all right, got it nice and even. So I'm gonna take any of my other icings So I'm gonna use yellow and pink, and I'm gonna start by just making a few lines. Whoops. And this technique is very forgiving, so it doesn't have to, your lines don't have to be perfect. I'm gonna leave room for my pink lines, and I'll go back and do that. Okay. Now I'm gonna take my pink, I'm just gonna go in between my yellow. And if you like the look of the lines, you can totally keep it like that. I think it looks really cute and clean like that too. Or we can do this other wet on wet design. So you're gonna take your toothpick, you're gonna start in the middle of your lines, going up, and then we're gonna clean off our toothpick, and I'm gonna go down, clean it off, make sure your toothpick is always clean, and then up and down. Then I'm gonna go to the other side and do the same thing. You could also just do polka dots like we did on the chick. All right. Gonna shake it out so that that middle part comes back together a little bit. There we go. All right, and there's my egg. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back to my bunny because that's crusted over nicely. And I'm gonna bring her back. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in, oops, her other ear. I'm just gonna shake her out a little bit. Okay, let's do her body. Okay, and I'm gonna do another dot on another little dot on her tail. So the reason why I'm not doing the dots all at the same time is because of the consistency of the icing that we're doing, and I don't want them to run together. So I'm gonna let that one crust over a little bit. So I'm gonna just do another dot and let that one crust over, and then I'll do the third little cottontail on there. Okay. So for this one, I'm then gonna go put on her little flower, and all you're gonna do is use your glue, or you use your glue. Use your icing just like glue. I'm gonna just go ahead and stick her on right there. Let's see. That's good. All right. Okay. And then I'm gonna take my pink and I'm gonna give her a little nose. So to do the nose, I'm gonna move her over a little bit. You're gonna do basically just like a little heart. And so to get the heart, you're going to give just a little pressure, let the ball build up and drag diagonal towards the center. Oops, and then you're gonna do the other side. So give pressure, so just a little heart nose. So again, pressure, drag to the center, a little bit of pressure, drag towards the center. Okay. And there's a little nose. And then I'm gonna fill in, oops, I'm gonna go and fill in her ears. All right. Okay. finished her little tail here. All right, and there's my bunny, super cute. Okay, so we have our bunny done, our egg done. Now we're gonna finish our little chick. Let's make sure you guys can see this one. Okay, so then for the chick, same thing. Now that our first layer is nice and crusted over, we can go on. So I'm sure you guys have caught on by now. We're just gonna outline and then flood it in. Okay, same thing. Take that toothpick, even out your icing. Shake it up. And we're gonna add our little, again, your little eyes. You also have sprinkles in there. Those are probably more, you know, for the kids that just wanna do all the icing and all the sprinkles. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the eyes in. All right. So then for our chick, what I would do is I usually would just let this crust over for a bit, but just for the sake of time and being live, I'm gonna show you guys the next step. So, but for you guys at home, I would pause, let this kind of dry a little bit, and then you're gonna open up your orange for the beak. Okay. And then for the beak, all you're gonna do is the same thing that we did for the bunny nose. We're gonna do that little heart technique. So again, you're just gonna build up your ball the size that you want and then drag towards the middle. Same thing, build up, drag towards the middle. So I'm just gonna give him a little tiny nose. And again, because my icing is still wet, I have to be very careful because I don't want it to sink in, but let's show you guys. Okay, so same thing, build up, drag towards the middle, build up, drag towards the middle. And there's my little chick. All right, and that's it. That's your guys' set. So you have your little chick, your egg, and your bunny. All right, guys, good luck. Message me if you have any questions during the process. I'd be happy to help. And tag me and let me see your guys' creations. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.